Yesterday evening, I sat down for a moment and looked at my planner for the week. I noticed something interesting. Even when my days feel simple, thinking about the future always gives me a small feeling of hope.
I know exactly what you mean. When I look at tomorrow or next weekend, I start imagining what I want to do, how I want the day to feel, and what small plans I want to enjoy.
That's why today's episode is all about future plans, because planning in English helps you feel more confident, more organized, and more connected to your goals.
Before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh, and welcome back to Mr. Learn English.
And I'm Emily, and we're happy you're here with us today for another calm and simple English podcast.
Today, we're learning how to talk about the future using clear, easy English. We'll focus on phrases like I'm going to, I will, I plan to, and I want to, because these are the most helpful future expressions for beginners.
Before we teach anything, let's start with a simple sentence to help you imagine the future. Close your eyes for a moment and picture tomorrow morning. Imagine waking up, stretching your arms, and thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow you're going to wake up early. Maybe you're going to cook a nice breakfast. Maybe you're going to study English for a few minutes before work. These simple thoughts are perfect practice for the future tense.
Exactly, because future tense doesn't need big or complicated sentences. It just needs clear, small sentences that describe what you want to do next.
One of the most useful structures is I'm going to. For example, I'm going to relax tomorrow, or I'm going to clean my room, or I'm going to meet a friend next weekend.
Yes, and learners can also use I will when they talk about promises or decisions. For example, I will call you later, or I will help you, or I will study more tonight.
But for plans, real plans, I'm going to is usually the easiest and most natural choice for beginner students.
Let's talk about tomorrow morning and give a few clear examples. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up early because I want to start my day slowly.
That sounds peaceful. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to drink tea and think about what I need to do for the day.
These simple sentences show learners exactly how they can describe their own morning plans.
After morning plans, people often start describing their day in order. The things they are going to do before lunch, after lunch, and in the evening.
Yes, for example, tomorrow I'm going to work in the morning, or tomorrow I'm going to clean my kitchen before lunch.
We can also teach learners how to talk about schedule times. They can say, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to start work. Or at 10, I'm going to go to the store.
Times make the sentence more complete, but the grammar stays very simple.
Let's give some more examples for strength. In the afternoon, I'm going to meet a friend. Or in the evening, I'm going to cook dinner.
Those are perfect because they use the same structure every time. I'm going to plus a verb.
Learners can use this pattern for almost every future plan they have.
Another helpful thing is showing how to talk about future feelings. You can say, tomorrow will be busy, or next weekend will be fun, or tonight will be quiet.
Yes, and even small predictions help build confidence. For example, I think tomorrow will be a good day.
Let's also introduce the idea of planning the weekend. Weekend plans are great for beginners because they are usually easy to describe.
For example, this weekend I'm going to rest, or this weekend I'm going to visit my family, or next weekend I'm going to go shopping.
We can give a few more examples to help learners imagine their future plans clearly.
Sure. Next Saturday I'm going to clean my house, or next Sunday I'm going to go for a long walk, or next weekend I'm going to watch a movie.
All of these are simple, natural, and perfect for English.
Next, we'll talk about how to describe future plans in more detail, how to talk about the afternoon and evening, how to describe next week, and how to use I plan to and I want to in an easy way.
Now that we've talked about tomorrow morning, let's move into the rest of the day because future plans usually happen step by step.
Yes, most people think about their day in little sections: morning, afternoon, evening, and sometimes even late at night. This makes it easy to talk about the future in small, simple sentences.
Let's begin with the late morning because many learners want to describe what they're going to do before lunchtime.
For example, tomorrow I'm going to finish some work, or tomorrow I'm going to study English for 30 minutes. These sentences are short, but very useful.
Another great example is tomorrow morning, I'm going to clean my room, or I'm going to go to the store before lunch.
Yes, and beginners can also use time expressions like before, after, or later. For example, before lunch, I'm going to cook, or after breakfast, I'm going to take a walk.
Let's move on to the afternoon. Afternoon plans are usually simple and easy to describe.
For example, in the afternoon, I'm going to work, or in the afternoon, I'm going to meet my friend, or in the afternoon, I'm going to relax at home.
Those are perfect beginner sentences. Learners can use the same pattern again and again. In the afternoon, I'm going to.
Yes, and we can add times too. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to drink coffee, or at 5, I'm going to leave work.
Even if the sentence is short, it feels complete because it has a time and a verb.
Let's talk about the evening because many people like to make future plans for the end of the day.
Yes, the evening is easy to describe. Learners can say, tomorrow evening, I'm going to cook dinner, or tomorrow evening, I'm going to watch a movie, or tomorrow evening, I'm going to rest. We can also teach them how to talk about simple routines in the future. For example, tomorrow night, I'm going to take a shower and go to bed early.
Those sentences are very natural and very realistic.
Another important part of future plans is talking about food or cooking. For example, tonight I'm going to make pasta, or tomorrow I'm going to eat at a restaurant.
Here's a small example conversation about tomorrow.
What are you going to do tomorrow morning?
I'm going to wake up early and make breakfast. What about you?
I'm going to sleep a little longer and then take a walk.
That sounds nice. What are you going to do in the afternoon?
I'm going to meet a friend at a cafe. And you?
I'm going to study English for a bit and then relax at home.
That's a great plan. What about the evening?
I'm going to cook dinner and watch a movie. It will be a quiet night.
That sounds relaxing. I think tomorrow will be a good day for both of us.
And learners can include friends or family too, like tomorrow, I'm going to see my cousin, or next weekend, I'm going to visit my parents.
Let's move into weekend plans now, because weekends are exciting and easy to talk about.
Yes, weekend sentences almost always use I'm going to. For example, this weekend I'm going to relax, or this weekend I'm going to clean my house.
Or next weekend, I'm going to go shopping. Or next weekend, I'm going to take a short trip. Or next weekend, I'm going to meet friends.
All of these are helpful because learners can easily imagine weekend plans, even small ones.
Let's also teach how to talk about feelings about the future.
Good idea. Learners can say, this weekend will be fun, or tomorrow will be busy, or next week will be difficult.
These sentences help learners express emotions and predictions, even with very simple English.
Another important phrase is, I plan to, because it sounds clear and natural.
Yes, for example, I plan to study tomorrow, or I plan to clean my house next week, or I plan to rest this weekend.
Learners can also use I want to because it connects their goals to the future.
For example, I want to learn more English tomorrow, or I want to visit a friend next weekend, or I want to cook something special.
All of these are very easy and very helpful for future tense practice.
We should also help listeners talk about next week because future plans often go beyond just tomorrow.
Yes, they can say things like, next week, I'm going to start exercising. Or next week, I'm going to work on a new project. Or next week, I'm going to try something new.
These sentences are simple, but they help learners describe longer future ideas without difficulty.
Let's also give them a short example of a full future day so they can hear how everything connects.
Great idea. Something like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. In the morning, I'm going to study English. In the afternoon, I'm going to meet a friend. In the evening, I'm going to cook dinner and relax.
That's perfect. It's clear, slow, and easy to copy.
Next, we'll help learners build longer future plans, talk about hopes and goals, and practice with guided examples and questions they can answer out loud.
Now that learners understand how to talk about tomorrow and next weekend, let's help them describe longer future ideas, like hopes and small goals.
Yes, because future English isn't only about plans. It can also be about dreams, wishes, and things you want to do soon. Even beginners can talk about these using very simple sentences.
One useful pattern is I want to, because it's easy and helps you explain what's important to you.
For example, I want to learn more English, or I want to travel next month, or I want to get better at my job. These sentences are short but meaningful.
Another pattern is I hope to, which helps learners talk about their feelings about the future.
Yes, they can say things like, I hope to rest this weekend, or I hope to have a good day tomorrow, or I hope to see my friends next week.
These are great sentences because they show emotion and they're very realistic for everyday conversations.
We can also teach learners how to talk about goals for the week. For example, this week, I'm going to study English every day, or this week, I'm going to exercise more.
Yes, weekly goals are a great way to use the future tense naturally. You can even add simple time expressions like on Monday, on Friday, or at the weekend.
Let's show them some examples. On Monday, I'm going to start a new project. Or, on Friday, I'm going to relax after work. Or, this weekend, I'm going to clean my house.
These sentences help beginners feel confident because the structure never changes.
Another thing learners should know is how to describe plans with other people.
Yes, they can say, I'm going to meet my friend, or I'm going to call my family, or I'm going to study with someone.
These are helpful because they show social plans, which are common in real life.
We should also show learners how to make small predictions about the future.
Great idea. Beginners can say short sentences like, I think tomorrow will be easy, or I think next weekend will be fun, or I think tonight will be quiet.
Predictions help learners talk about the future without needing lots of vocabulary.
Another important idea is talking about transportation in the future. For example, tomorrow I'm going to take the bus, or next week I'm going to walk to work.
Yes, and they can also talk about simple activities. I'm going to cook. I'm going to rest. I'm going to clean. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to study.
Learners can build a whole future day using just 5 or 6 verbs.
Let's help them practice with a guided example they can imagine.
Okay, let's guide them slowly. Imagine you're thinking about tomorrow. First, you say, "Tomorrow I'm going to wake up early."
Then you add another sentence. In the morning, I'm going to drink coffee and start work.
Next, you say, "In the afternoon, I'm going to meet a friend and talk for a little while."
Finally, you finish with, in the evening, I'm going to cook dinner and watch a movie.
That's a complete future day with only a few sentences, and beginners can copy the same pattern.
We can also help them describe a future weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to rest, clean my home, and call my family.
Yes, and we can teach them how to connect ideas with the word and. For example, "I'm going to cook and relax," or "I'm going to walk and listen to music."
These small connections make speech sound more natural without making it difficult.
Let's also ask some questions so learners can answer out loud and practice speaking.
Good idea. What are you going to do tomorrow morning?
What are you going to do this weekend?
What do you plan to do next week?
What do you hope to do soon?
Even short answers like I'm going to rest or I'm going to study help the brain remember the structure.
Let's listen to a simple conversation about weekend plans.
What are you going to do this weekend?
This weekend, I'm going to clean my home and rest. What about you?
I'm going to visit my family on Saturday. It will be nice to see them.
That sounds wonderful. Are you going to do anything on Sunday?
Yes, I'm going to cook a big lunch and read a new book.
That sounds peaceful. I think your weekend will be very relaxing.
And yours will be calm and comfortable too. Weekends are a great time to take care of yourself.
Yes, and making simple future plans helps you enjoy the days more.
Next, we'll review everything we learned, give a short example story in the future tense, and end with a warm, motivational message to help learners stay confident and excited about their progress.
Let's take a quiet moment to review everything we learned today, because repeating the ideas slowly will help them stay in your memory.
Yes, and future tense is something you will use every single day, so it's really helpful to understand it well.
Let's start with the most important structure for beginners. I'm going to.
Exactly. You can use I'm going to for almost every type of plan. I'm going to cook. I'm going to visit a friend. I'm going to study, or I'm going to rest.
The next important structure is I will, which is great for promises, decisions, and predictions. For example, "I will call you," or "I will help you," or "I think it will be a good day."
Yes, and beginners can use both forms in simple conversations without worrying about mistakes. The most important thing is speaking.
We also talked about weekend plans. Sentences like, "This weekend, I'm going to relax," or "Next weekend, I'm going to clean my home," are perfect and very natural.
Then we talked about longer future plans using I want to and I hope to, which help you express dreams and gentle goals.
Yes, for example, "I want to learn more English," or "I hope to rest tomorrow," or "I hope to have a good week."
These small sentences make your English sound real and personal.
We also practiced adding times like at 9, in the afternoon, on Saturday, and next week, which makes your future plans more clear.
Yes, and we even used emotion words to describe the future. Tomorrow will be busy, or next weekend will be exciting, or tonight will be quiet.
These help learners talk about how they feel, not just what they plan to do.
Now, let's give listeners a full future example story so they can hear how everything connects in a natural, easy way.
Great idea. Here's a simple story. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up early and make breakfast. In the morning, I'm going to study English for a little while. In the afternoon, I'm going to meet my friend at a cafe. In the evening, I'm going to cook dinner and watch a show. Next weekend, I'm going to clean my home, visit my family, and rest.
That story uses clear small sentences, and beginners can copy the structure to talk about their own future plans.
Let's help learners practice by asking a few questions they can answer out loud.
Okay, what are you going to do tomorrow morning?
And what are you going to do in the afternoon?
What are you going to do this weekend?
What do you want to do next week?
What do you hope to do soon?
Even if their answers are short, speaking out loud helps the brain learn quickly.
And it's important for learners to remember that simple English is good English. You do not need long sentences to talk about the future.
Yes, small sentences like, I'm going to rest, or I will study, or this weekend will be fun, are already great English.
We hope today's episode made future tense feel easy, clear, and possible for you.
Yes, and we want you to feel proud of yourself for learning something new today.
Every time you listen, repeat, or think in English, you take another step forward in your journey.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment.
Tell us one thing you're going to do tomorrow. We would love to read your answer.
Take care, be gentle with yourself, and keep learning step by step.
We'll see you again in the next episode.
Bye, everyone, and keep doing your best.
Bye till next time.